In the heart of winter, when the city streets were blanketed with a delicate layer of snow, a certain magic seemed to hang in the air. The twinkling lights strung across shop windows and the distant sound of carolers filled the atmosphere with a warmth that contrasted sharply with the biting cold. It was during this festive season that a man, dressed in a simple coat and a well-worn beanie, walked the streets with a quiet purpose. There was nothing particularly remarkable about him at first glance, but perhaps that was the point. He blended in seamlessly, a ghost among the bustling holiday shoppers, yet he carried an unassuming charm that drew the eye. As he strolled past the busy cafes and bustling markets, he noticed a figure huddled against the wall of a storefront, wrapped in layers of tattered clothing. The man was shivering, his breath visible in the frigid air, creating small clouds that dissipated into the night. Something about the forlorn look in his eyes tugged at the passerby's heart, and he felt an irresistible urge to pause, to reach out. "Hey there," he said, his voice warm and inviting. "You doing okay?" The homeless man looked up, surprise flickering across his features. "I'm surviving," he replied, his voice rough around the edges, as if it hadn't been used in a while. "Just trying to keep warm." The two men began to talk, sharing stories beneath the glow of the streetlights. The homeless man, whose name was Charlie, revealed that he had once been a musician, a dreamer who had strummed his guitar on stages that now felt like distant memories. He spoke of the exhilaration of performing, the thrill of connecting with an audience, and the heartbreaking fall from grace that had led him to this cold corner of the city. Life had dealt him a cruel hand, and the dreams he had cherished had slipped through his fingers like sand. As they conversed, the man in the coat listened intently, his heart aching for Charlie's lost dreams. He could see the flicker of passion in the musician's eyes, buried beneath layers of hardship and despair. Their conversation was filled with laughter and sorrow, and for a brief moment, the chill of winter faded away, replaced by a shared humanity that transcended their circumstances. When they parted ways, the man felt a sense of urgency to help. He knew that the spirit of Christmas was about more than just giving. It was about lifting others up, about restoring hope where it had been lost. As he walked away, he couldn't shake the feeling that he needed to do something significant for Charlie, something that would reignite the spark of his passion for music. The next day, he took action. He contacted Charlie's old record label, a company that had once celebrated his talent but had long since forgotten him. With a few phone calls and a little persuasion, he arranged for Charlie to receive $20,000 in unpaid royalties, money that had been sitting idle, waiting for someone to claim it. This was not just a financial gift. It was a lifeline, a chance for Charlie to reclaim his dreams and perhaps even find his way back to the music he loved. The man did all of this without revealing his identity. He wanted no accolades, no recognition. He simply wanted to see the joy on Charlie's face when he learned the news. It was a selfless act, a testament to the idea that true kindness flourishes in the shadows, away from the bright lights of attention and praise. When Charlie received the call from the record label, his reaction was one of disbelief. "Who did this?" he asked, his voice trembling with emotion. The representative on the other end of the line could only shrug, having no idea who had orchestrated this small miracle. "I'm not sure, but someone believed in you," they said, their words resonating deeply within Charlie's heart. In that moment, Charlie felt a rush of gratitude and hope. The weight of his struggles began to lift, replaced by the realization that he was not alone, that someone cared enough to reach out and help a stranger. The money would allow him not only to secure a warm place to stay, but also to buy a new guitar and perhaps even record a few songs. It was a second chance, a reminder that the world still held kindness even in the darkest corners. Meanwhile, the man in the coat watched from a distance, his heart swelling with joy. He had accomplished what he set out to do, and while he remained a nameless figure in Charlie's story, he felt a profound connection to the musician. It was a reminder that kindness does not require a spotlight. It thrives in anonymity, in the quiet moments of compassion that ripple through the lives of others. As the holiday season continued, Charlie began to rebuild his life. He found a small apartment, started playing music again, and even began performing at local venues. The joy that had once been extinguished flickered back to life, illuminating his path forward. He often thought about the mysterious man who had changed his life, and while he never learned his name, he carried that kindness in his heart. In a world that often feels divided, Where the noise of everyday life can drown out the softer sounds of compassion, stories like Charlie's and The Man in the Coat remind us of the profound impact we can have on one another. True kindness, the kind that transforms lives, often goes unnoticed, yet it is this very kindness that holds the power to heal, to inspire, and to connect us all. As the snow continued to fall, blanketing the city in its quiet embrace, the spirit of Christmas lingered, a reminder that even in the coldest of times, warmth can be found in the simplest acts of love and generosity.